G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here, about to embark on a very special adventure. And the weather forecast for the next couple of days is rain with more rain. But nothing could dampen my spirits today, because I was heading over to Singleton to meet up with my long lost buddies from the CSBA adventure writing group. The boys were heading over to Tinga for the Adventure Writer magazine Northern Congregation. Their plan was to meet at Singleton and stop over for the night at Nundle. This would give me the perfect opportunity to be reunited once again with a very special writer. That's right, I'm talking about the one and only Dusty Taylor! Hello!
Bloody lunatics.
It's Christians!
Hey!
Woo!
Now I rang Mel and said, is Wayne coming? He goes, no. So now I'm all excited.
Don't talk to Mal. It's Dusty the Clown!
It's a good thing about getting older, you don't give a shit. Looks small.
You reckon? Oh, well, yeah. Yours is like...
Now I'm pretty sure we're talking about our motorcycles as we left Singleton Maccas and made our way down the road to pick up another couple of riders. Because not only was I joining Dusty, Chris Schurz, Davidos, Big Chris, Rian and George of the Jungle, but I would be catching up with another old mate I haven't seen in ages. This bloke here.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. How are you?
Good.
Say hello to Sammy Boy. The team was back together and the world was a better place for it. There were now 8 adventure riders hurtling towards Nundle. And to coin one of Dusty's phrases, we were off like a dog shot up the bum. And although we only had a light smattering of rain, it was clear to see there'd been some heavy downfalls around here. But as long as it stayed like this, I for one would be a happy chappy. Big Chris on his mighty DR650 was our sweep rider as we set off in search of dirt roads. Well, first we had to get through all the causeways, ride through some beautiful scenery and past loads of cattle that would watch us ride by with only mild curiosity. The best thing about riding on a day like today when it's just light drizzle is there's no dust. Just Dusty! We also like to take it easy when riding past cattle. It's the best way to keep farmers happy. Plus it's the easiest way to not get shot. Oh, and talking about getting shot, Dusty now carries a rifle on the back of his Africa Twin for slow riders.
Boo! Yeah!
Come and give me a kiss, Wayne. How do I know when that thing's on?
It's on now.
It's been years since we all rode together, although for me it felt like it was only yesterday. But for these poor boys to be without me for so long, well, it must have felt like an eternity, perhaps even longer. Good old Gundy, a quiet settlement on the Pages River near Lake Glenbourne and the Hunter River. A few of the boys would fuel up their bikes here and shove pies down their throats.
And look at the sky.
Yeah. I think there's a fair bit behind us.
Hi, Mum.
Hey Rhiannon, do those fishnet stocking seats make you feel sexy?
Smile says it all. I want one.
We're off once again like a dog shot up the bum twice, heading towards Moonrise Flat, a small village in the Upper Hunter Shire local government area. We were now about 50 kilometres northeast of Scone. Moonrise Flat is the closest town to the western entrance to the Barrington Tops National Park. You have to keep your eyes wide open because if you blink, you could miss it. Our plan now would have us heading towards Barry Station, which incidentally has 20 creek crossings. It'd be interesting to see what they were going to be like after so much rain. But first, Dusty needed a pee stop. It's like a pit stop, but when you need to pee. And you can't tell him to just hold on because he does carry a sniper rifle. Here we go, boys and girls, the first of our 20 creek crossings. Now I swear I heard Sammy Boy say he was going to walk down and check it out. Which begs the question, why would you park so far away? Yep, I was right. Sammy Boy is walking down to check it out. And he did park a long way from the creek. As Davidos gives his bike a good wash. Big Chris, our sweep rider, on the bush pig, and George of the Jungle on a bush pig. One crossing down, 19 to go.
Yeah, I'd go that way.
The famous Dusty Taylor riding the Big Africa twin.
Oh, oh.
Chris Shirt's doing it easy on the 690 KTM. Oh no, George of the Jungle! He's dropped his mighty DR650 and everybody knows they're not aqua pigs!
Keep it running, keep it running.
Just hit that little rock there. The rocks are really big.
Oh,
Thank you.
if we're going to turn around, tell him to...
The other way, because this is more than what I'm happy with.
Good old Dusty, he made the right call to turn around.
Sam, you told me to turn my camera off and I missed that.
But as for Riyadh, he was furious and threw his KTM on the ground. Or perhaps he just dropped it because he was eager to turn around. A good group lead rider needs to know a team's limitations. It's no good rocking up to the Nundle pub late in the evening, especially with the weather they were predicting. We would now need to renegotiate our entry into Nundle. But when you're riding with Dusty Taylor, you know you're in good hands.
Roll his wheel, Sam. Roll his front wheel a bit.
Well, there you go. Technically, we did 4 creek crossings because we had to go back.
Sam's checking for crocodile.
Davidos is thinking to himself, I need to give my bike a good clean again. We were off once again like a dog shot up the bum thrice. Actually, Dusty had one more pee stop to make. That's better. Now we were off. We backtracked, rerouted, and we were on a new trail that would take us to Nundle. And before we knew it, we were in familiar territory, especially for me. This is where my mates Ian and Jenny have their farm. We were on Caves Ridge Road, passing Timor Caves, not far now, and we'd be heading over the Crawny Pass and on to Nundle. And although the heavens looked like they were about to drench us, we'd been lucky so far, although clearly it had been pouring here earlier. And as we pulled up to this intersection, I swear I heard some of the boys talking about having some little offs.
Well, I did. And a 360. We've all done it.
Not far now, all we had to do was get over the Crawny Pass and just remember this water crossing. Because unlike the boys who were heading to Tinga, I'd be coming back this way tomorrow because I was catching up with my mate Kevin, aka Baldy T, back at Blandford. Oh, and back at that T intersection, Dusty asked if I wanted a ride of his Mighty Africa twin. So I said once we get over the Crawny Pass, I'd take him up on the offer.
Yes, Dusty? Talk me through what I have to do.
Sit here
Yeah?
and hang on.
Right. Which one's the throttle?
I don't know.
So I don't even have to change gears.
Sit. Nothing here.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. Put it in DS. Did it? Now one more. Sport. D is no good.
Okay.
Just hang on.
Just hang on, he said, so I did, all the way to Nundle. What a nice bike to ride, the Mighty Africa Twin Automatic. And when we pulled up at Nundle and fueled up our bikes, Dusty found something strange lodged in his rear tyre.
So I did that?
Look at that.
Holy crap.
Oh, shiza. Holy shiza. Something else, isn't it? That's an Edward. Good old Edward Scissorhands.
You run over Edward Scissorhands.
You bastard. That was you. You did it.
Check out my digs for the night. Not bad, eh? It was time to have a hot shower and meet the boys at the pub. Including this bloke here.
Daryl Danger Boy.
Daryl Danger Boy, who even has his name tattooed on his arm with the correct spelling. And it was great to meet Daryl's mate Sean.
Dusty, give us a look at your shirt.
I'd forgotten my old nickname, the Yowie Hunter.
Yowie Hunter? Yeah! Did you just say, Rian?
I said, my wife proposed to me
Did you hear that, Jacqueline?
After a fantastic dinner, George had a few questions to ask me about Mad Mal.
This is the first time I've met you, young fella, but I do know about your infamy in terms of monkey gum. Now, I need to ask you an honest assessment of Mal and some of his more kinky behaviour.
When he organises accommodation, especially with me, I have to be in the same room as him. But it's uncomfortable to be in a room with him. Do you get my drift?
Because what? He's got like this all-encompassing personality that sort of draws you in?
No, more a personality that pushes you away. We've just had a night with the cops and the ex-cops. And
From Queensland?
yeah, and we're seeing it's pouring outside, and Sam and I are the only ones that are left up. We'll see if there's someone here. But
They're in bed.
oh, look, give me another kiss.
And just like that, my ride with the CSBA crew was over. I would now be riding solo. Incidentally, that building over there, which used to be an old bank, has been beautifully converted into a guest house, and that was my accommodation. And after eating a tasty breakfast there, it was time to blindfold myself so I couldn't see how much the roads had flooded and head back over the Crawny Pass. You see, from the time I arrived at the pub, it started pouring, and it didn't stop till early morning. Nundle had 70 millimetres of rain overnight. And when I reached the top of Crawny Pass, thankfully this bloke waved me down.
It's up high.
Just check it out, this poor bugger's ute and trailer was stuck all night at the bottom of the Crawny Pass.
Oh, okay.
And that's the water height. That's up to my shoulder.
Cheers for that.
So it was back down the hill for me, but if I felt hard done by, this is what Dusty and the crew were getting up to, as they made their way to the northern congregation in Tinga. Although it did appear to be a good excuse to frolic around in their underwear. But as they say, what happens on an adventure ride stays on an adventure ride. As for me, I would ride back down the Crawny Pass and take a beautiful country road that would take me through Wollabadar, Murrurundi, and on to Blandford, where I'd catch up with my mate Kevin, aka Baldy T. What a great ride, and what a fantastic way to finally catch up with my buddies from the CSBA crew. I was already looking forward to our next adventure together. I'm artist Wayne Dowson, and thanks for watching everyone.